Hi. Well, it's a nice day, 76 degrees. There was a little breeze earlier, kind of calmed down. It's gotten a little hot and humid, but that's all right. It is 1st of June, right? So, new critter in the corral. In case you've never seen one of these before, which you have, it's a land plane. I've had it for a couple of weeks, and I ordered it. It came 6 weeks later, which I knew. They tell you all that when you're ordering it. I bought it from Homestead Equipment. They're out of Jersey. Yes, I said that right. Jersey. The reason I ordered it from them is their price was reasonable. I felt that it had everything that I wanted, that I was looking for. And this is a 72-inch. And they call this 72-inch Pinnacle series. It's a heavier duty, I guess, than some of the other series that they have. But anyway, so you're looking at, for construction, you got probably about a 3-inch by 2-inch main brace all around. Your 3-point hitch is one of the things that I kind of liked on it, is that they've rigged it to where this here is one whole piece, and it goes from this side to this side, so you can hook in here with your category 2, category 3, and you can hook here with your category 1. That's like on both sides. It also has the lower adapter here for your third adjustable link. And this is some heavy duty, this is some heavy duty crap there, guys. This is, well, I can't see, 3/8. It's a heavy unit. I was not surprised, but I was very happy when I got it. I liked the Homestead one over some of the other brands, which I'm not going to name. 3 things that I was looking for in a land plane when I was looking to buy one. First of all, you could go 72 inches or you could go 84 inches, and they can go smaller. But to me, 72 inches is 6 foot. It fits perfect, in my opinion, behind the John Deere. Now, some guys would say, well, they'd like for the land plane to stick out beyond the tread a little bit. And if that's the case, I could always put it on the Massey Ferguson and it would. This ran great on this tractor. So the 3 things that I was looking for the most. 3 things is I wanted the rippers. I wanted them to be adjustable or removable, and they are. I wanted the blades to be reversible, which they are. And I wanted to be able to adjust them, which I can. You can adjust the depth of the blades by these. The other thing I was looking for is that your skid, which is the piece down here that comes up to here and comes up to here, you can remove those bolts and replace your skid, which is what basically runs on the gravel or the dirt or whatever you're using it for. So that's basically it. There's not a lot to them. There's really not a lot to them on the internet as far as how do you run them, how do you adjust them. I think from what I've gathered, running it is as soon as I got it, I just dropped her on the ground. The things I've learned about it is that you do not run these rippers unless you really want to rip a bunch of material up. from what most of the people I've seen that ran these, and I've had that experience when I ran mine, is you really don't need the rippers unless you're doing some serious, for instance, if you had a driveway that had a huge hump in the middle of it, you'd want to drop the rippers down, you'd tear that up, and then your blades would come and spread it out to the track sides where your tires roll, and then end up making it level. But in my case, I was just wanting to spread the gravel. It had gotten to be pretty flat and pretty, you travel kind of the same way all the time. So I figured, well, the price of gravel to put on here was going to be, I figured it probably about $1,200 for a pup and a truck, which is, a regular dump truck, and then a back part load. And so this here I paid, I think, $2,300 for. It's one of those pieces of equipment that you feel is kind of a waste of money because it's going to sit. However, there's a lot of uses for it. In the wintertime, if you get that coat of ice, which you do on my driveway after it gets thawed and then it gets hard and frozen, I guess these work really well about breaking that up, and then you grate it, and it keeps it from being just an ice rink. And then when spring comes, you just use it and grade the rock, and you're good to go. But I had not tremendous, but I had some big humps in my driveway, especially at the gate where I go out. Took care of them, brought them right up, and spread the gravel out. And interesting, I have big gravel over here by the shed, and then over there on my driveway that goes to my house and then out to my gate, I have more or less what do you call it, quarter size, 3/8 inch gravel rock out there. So I've tried to keep, when I was grading, I would lift the box, because it translates right over there where the berm is, where it's thinner rock, bigger rock. So I wanted to leave the bigger rock over here and thinner rock over there. One thing about it is once you do this, it makes it difficult to walk on. It's a little harder to get around on. I'm getting the shade here, boys. But when I ordered this, from what I gather, is that this is a family operation in Jersey, and when you order it, it's built on demand, so they don't have a bunch of these just hanging around that I know of, and from what I've read, just ready to ship out. So they have a low inventory, and they have specs, and when you order your whatever it is you want, and they just don't sell these, they sell different pieces of equipment. So Homestead equipment, if you look them up online, you'll find them. So when I ordered it, my understanding is when you order it and then they start to build it, and then it was literally about 6 weeks, and then they sent it on a truck, and they told me on a Friday, Thursday it was being shipped, and it was here by Tuesday or Wednesday of the next week. You get basically two different ways to ship or to deliver. You can have it delivered to a dock, you can go pick it up. You can have it, the two ways for your home is you have to pay a little extra for the lift, that somebody will dolly it out to the lift, take it off the lift, and then they basically drop it on the ground. The one I chose is standard shipping, which means I have to have the ability to take a skid off of the back of a semi-truck bed, which, yeah, I mean, I have that ability, so that was easy peasy. And it worked flawlessly. The guy called me, told me he was a half hour away. I was at work, told me it would take me a half hour to get home. I got here, literally 5 minutes, he's pulling in on the road, and I told him, I said, leave it on the road, I'll come and get it. You don't have to back in that way. By the time he got out of the truck, I was at the road with the skid loader. We put the skid underneath it, and then I ran a strap from this edge over to my skid loader and lifted it off. Piece of cake, and he was gone. I mean, it literally was not even 15 minutes. I had to take it off the long way, which meant the skid loader was on this side, and I had to lift it this way because he says he couldn't fit it horizontally in his truck. He couldn't turn it because of the corners were maxed out on the sides of his truck. So yeah, it worked out great. Like I said, that weighs about 600 pounds. So with the skid and stuff, I think they said it weighed just under 700 pounds, and the capacity of my loader is way beyond that. So they worked fantastic. So anyway, there it is. Homestead implement in New Jersey. And I am very, very happy with it. And if I needed anything else that they produced, I would look at them before I looked at anybody else. I feel that this is a heavy duty implement, and I don't see it being a problem or being tore up as long as I have it. So anyway, there you have it. I will say this: when I first got it, I took it out to the dirt corral and played around with it, kind of got used to it. Kind of worked like a box blade in the corral. The dirt when I did it was just a tad bit muddy, so it didn't flow real good, but I took dirt from the bottom there and basically drug it up to the top here. You can kind of see where I built this up, so it worked pretty good as a box blade, really. I could drag that down there, come back around, I'd lift it up, drop it, do the same thing, just keep adding piles. And one thing I did chicken out on it though, instead of messing with it, I mean, equipment is equipment and it's used for what it's used for. Skid loader is just the easier way to spread it out, and for me, you know, I could do it quicker but then I brought it up on the driveway and used it through here. Now, one of the things that I was hoping is that the blades would take up some of the grass and weeds, and it does a little, but that's where your rippers would come in. But the people that told you about the rippers, they say if you're going to use the rippers on a driveway, make sure how deep your base is, because they say the idea of working these on a driveway, unless the driveway is really bad, is you really don't want to work up your base. You just want to not clean up, but they call it but yeah, you just want to clean up the top of it and spread the gravel around, and it did exactly what I wanted to do. I was going to need gravel, and then after I graded, it looked really nice. It looked like somebody came in with fresh gravel. And does it keep away from having to get a load? Probably not, but I won't have to get as much, so I could probably do with just a truck and throw it out here and grade it out. But anyway, guys, there you have it. Homestead equipment, homestead implements, I should say. Highly recommend them.